Xavier Nation, good afternoon. My name is Brian Hicks. I have the pleasure of serving as our Senior Associate Athletics Director, and I would like to welcome everybody to Cintas Center. We're thrilled to be here on April 1st, also known in the Xavier community as All for One Day. It's a day to celebrate being a Musketeer, and I'm glad to see so many of our friends wearing their Xavier gear in our colors, blue and white. We're excited to welcome Coach Pitino and his family to Victory Parkway and begin the next chapter of Xavier basketball. To give you an idea for how we will proceed today, we will have remarks from Xavier University President, Dr. Colleen Hanich, Vice President and Director for Athletics, Greg Christopher, followed by the introduction of Sedler family men's basketball head coach, Richard Pitino. Following Coach Pitino's remarks, we will take a pause for approximately 20 minutes for photos and allow our media members to proceed downstairs to the Riley Family Media Center for a Q&A to follow with Coach Pitino. To get things started, it's my pleasure to welcome our president, Dr. Colleen Hanich.
Good afternoon, and what a tremendous day it is to be a Musketeer. Welcome to everyone who's here with us in person, and of course, thousands of other members of Xavier Nation who are zooming in and streaming into this exciting event. So Xavier, it has been such an honor to serve as your president. Hard to imagine. It's been almost 4 years, and over that time, Peter and I, along with our family, have certainly become part of your family. Many of you I have met right here in one of the premier venues for college basketball in the nation, our Cintas Center. As is often stated, Xavier basketball is indeed the front porch of this university. It is a porch that has been built over decades with investment and support from administrators, generous donors, amazing coaches, and stellar student athletes. And that porch supports the broader house, the university, in countless ways. It provides an entry into Xavier, our robust Jesuit Catholic education, our rich history here in Cincinnati, and our commitment to forming men and women for and with others. That said, we are living through a critical moment of inflection, perhaps a crossroads in college athletics. In very recent history, we have seen the arrival of NIL, of a far more expansive student-athlete portal, of litigation that recognizes the entitlement of student athletes to share in the revenues that have been generated by their efforts, and frankly, in a complete reimagination of the NCAA. I have the great honor of representing the Big East on a critical working group of the NCAA charged with charting a course into this future. It's intense work, and we have large-scale changes ahead. And the Big East, with its singular, relentless focus on basketball, is squarely at the table as we architect and navigate those changes. So how does this impact Xavier? We have had great success at Xavier over the years, much of which has unfolded in this very building on the court. We've experienced highs and heartbreaks in this arena, and we honor the jerseys that hang from our rafters. Repeatedly, Xavier has recommitted itself to basketball as our signature program. We're a basketball school. We've been a basketball school for many decades. And as noted, we are a proud leader of America's basketball conference, the Big East. The Big East has won 40% of the March Madness championships over the past decade in men's basketball and has continued to attract remarkably talented coaches and students to advance this sport. Xavier certainly, and you already know this, has the best student fans in the conference, and I would argue in the nation. I know I'm not biased or anything, but would argue in the nation. Led by our Xavier Extreme fans, and I suspect we have some of them in the house today, they camp out invariably in lousy weather for hours before the big ticket games. Cincinnati, of course, UConn, Marquette, Creighton, just to name a few. And our students always show up. In fact, even during finals week, they show up. May or may not be a recipe for success, but in any event, they're there. In fact, I will go out on a limb here with a bold prediction. I'm forecasting a record-breaking campout in just a few months when we welcome the St. John's Red Storm, the Johnnies, to campus next winter. Stay tuned. Like so many of you, I have high expectation for our coaches, our student athletes, and our programs, both on and off the court. On the court, we expect our teams to wear the Xavier jersey with pride and to compete to the best of their ability with good sportsmanship and a recognition of what our mission calls them to be. We also expect success. Off the court, we expect an equally strong commitment to academics and to service in our community. We expect our coaches to take their roles as Ignatian educators very seriously, helping to develop and support the young men and women who they serve, while always demanding excellence in all that they do. And again, success is a key metric. Like many of our teams at Xavier, basketball is a source of pride, and we are confident that this next chapter in our program will achieve even greater success than we've seen to date. We all know that that success doesn't happen by chance. In fact, it happens with intentional leadership at every level. So today I have the true privilege of helping to welcome our next intentional leader, the Sedler family men's basketball head coach, Richard Pitino. Having been involved in several previous head coach searches across 17 years in 3 college presidencies, these processes move quickly, but they also include opportunities to take the full measure of the top candidates, ensuring that they would advance our mission and support our student athletes in being the best possible version of themselves. This process was no different. I had the benefit of working closely with our VP of Institutional Strategy and Director of Athletics, Greg Christopher, a seasoned professional who led Xavier through this search with a strategic, clear-eyed, and balanced approach. We had interest in this position, and very quickly a list of remarkable candidates began to form. I got the opportunity to engage directly with our finalists and watched as one candidate emerged as a remarkable choice for Xavier. Coach Pitino brings with him a legacy of leadership, experience, success, and a deep passion for the game. His track record speaks for itself. His ability to develop players, to build winning cultures, and to inspire excellence both on and off the court is exactly what we've envisioned for our program's future. His care for the entire student athlete aligns beautifully with our Jesuit commitment to cura personalis and goes beyond winning games. Our new coach has demonstrated an equal commitment to fostering a culture of hard work, integrity, and teamwork, values that reflect our spirit at Xavier University very closely. I am equally delighted to welcome Coach Pitino's wife, Jill, and their children, Ava, Jack, and Zoe. There is no question that being a college president is a tough gig. I will admit, however, that on more than one occasion, I may have comforted myself after a tough day with the thought that, well, it could be worse. At least I'm not a coach's wife. Jill, we are delighted to welcome you to our family. Coach, stepping into a new program is exciting and challenging, but know that you have our full support from top to bottom. We are eager to see your vision take shape and to watch our program thrive. Like colleges across the country, we are rounding the corner in the lap of forming our incoming freshman class, 2029. Can you believe it? Over the next few weeks. I know for a fact that many of our recently admitted students are watching today. I've been getting a couple of emails. We cannot wait to welcome you to Xavier. You are joining a university that values community, excellence, and success on and off the court. Your voices will add great volume and passion to our student section right here next year. We'll see you soon. Speaking of which, I can only imagine the decibel level the first time, Coach, that you lead our players onto the court next year as Xavier Nation lifts the roof off this place. So let me repeat my thanks to all who have joined us today in person or remotely. Once again, Coach Pitino, Jill, welcome to the family. We look forward to a bright and successful chapter. I'll turn it over to Greg Christopher now. Thanks. Let's go X.
Thank you, President Hanich. Welcome, everybody. What an exciting day, here at Xavier. I want to echo what Dr. Hanich said in welcoming the Pitino family to Xavier. Jill, Ava, Zoe, Jack, we're thrilled to have you part of the Xavier family. So, actually, in making these intros, I should say I think we might be getting a bigger personality in Jack than our new head coach. If you haven't looked it up yet, he was a social media star in his own right, signed autographs in Albuquerque. So, Richard, we may not have any players, but I think we've got the head ball boy slot has been filled. President Hanich mentioned that this process went really quickly, which is it's expected given the environment and the timelines that we work with. So that means being prepared. It also means having a great team around you. I want to say thank you to my colleagues in athletics who are around the room here, whether it was helping with the search process itself, the long hours and extra time that have come with this transition, setting up this space on the fly and everything that goes with today, or help with the Pitino family and getting them settled and the new staff members that have come along as well. It's been a whirlwind. It's been a lot over the last couple of weeks. But I need everyone to understand, just please understand how grateful I am to be able to work with each one of you. In introducing Richard, the turnaround at New Mexico has been impressive and really cemented Richard's credibility as a leader. While his head coaching philosophies and foundation were built really on the fly or on the job at FIU in Minnesota, things really came together for the last 4 years at New Mexico. Richard and his staff put together a program that won conference championships, went to multiple NCAA tournaments, and won games in the tournament. In talking with Richard, it's very clear he's hungry and incredibly competitive. Some of what fuels that drive is how he's been humbled. That was an important factor to me. How you handle adversity is really telling. And we all face challenges. Handled the right way, adversity makes you better. And that is what's happened with Richard. Richard has now been a Division I head coach at 4 schools, totaling 13 years. He's already notched 247 career wins. So this winning head coach is taking over a program that expects winning. Xavier basketball has a passionate, loyal, generous fan base. Xavier basketball has a track record of winning with 26 conference championships, 28 NCAA tournament appearances over the last 4 decades. And I'm very confident Xavier basketball will absolutely keep marching forward to new heights with Coach Pitino. I'm going to wrap up by going back to where I started. I made a reference to welcoming the Patinos to the Xavier family. Every person in this room has a family and a group of close friends. So with that, you know from time to time, families grow, circles expand. That's what's happening today. Our Xavier family is growing. We're adding the Pitino family and a new group of colleagues. So Richard, welcome to Xavier. Let's get to work. Everyone, please join me in welcoming the Sedler family men's basketball head coach, Richard Pitino.
Thank you. Unbelievable turnout. Really appreciate it. Certainly it's been a whirlwind, but so very, very grateful for this opportunity. I would like to thank, they're happy to be here because they don't have to go to school, but my kids, they want to extend the stay. But my beautiful daughter, Ava, Zoe, Jack, and my wife, Jill, they are everything to me. You guys will get to know them extremely well. They are a part of this program. Jack was the head ball boy. He takes that job more seriously than I do, but he's going to be bossing everybody around here very, very soon. So very appreciative to them. You know, certainly being a coach's son or daughter and a coach's wife, it is very, very challenging, as we all know. We all live and die with this. We all want to win championships, but there are some hard moments that go along with that. But they're very, very supportive. You know, this job is very important to me. The only thing that may be a little bit more important is my family. So very, very grateful for them in this journey. It means a lot. Greg Christopher, obviously he spoke. What an amazing athletic director. I was in a position where I did not need to leave New Mexico. Really, really loved it. And for me, more than anything, it was about the people that I was going to work with. And it took me about 5 minutes to realize that Greg is one of the, if not the best ADs in the country. And in order to do what we want to do, we've got to all work together. So I'm extremely appreciative. He asked me, do you want to be the Xavier coach? And before he even said it, I said, yes, I do. Please give me a pen. I'm going to sign this contract. So very, very grateful. I mean, I've worked for him for about a couple days now, and just smart, bright, innovative, and he wants to win. So very, very grateful for that. Dr. Hanich, I mean, I had one phone call with you, and I was just blown away by your enthusiasm about this community and about Xavier. And I can see why this place is as special as it is, and a lot of it has to do with your leadership. So thank you so much, both of you, for believing in me. That I do not take that lightly. I want to say thank you. Greg talked about it. You know, I'm the head coach at FIU. We have a really good year, and I get offered the Minnesota job at 30 years old, job in the Big Ten. We had some success. We weren't horrible by any means, but we did not have the consistent success that I dreamed of. And after 8 years, at about 38 years old, 37 years old, I was fired. And that was very humbling and very sobering. And I had no choice but to pick myself off the mat, acknowledge what I need to do better, and grow. And the greatest thing that ever happened to me was New Mexico, because they called me and offered me a job. I'd been there one time for a game in the Elite Eight. My dad beat West Virginia to go to the Final Four in the pit. So I took a leap of faith, and I would not be at a dream job like Xavier without the people at New Mexico. The fans, they treated my family so very well. The administration, whether it was Eddie Nunez, Fernando Lova, the new athletic director, they believed in me. Garnett Stokes, our president, believed in me. And I learned, in order to succeed at the highest level, you cannot do it alone. And so many people there helped me win those conference championships, helped me go to back NCAA tournaments, and I'm truly, truly grateful for them. It was very, very emotional and hard to say goodbye to so many special people. And I would not do it unless I truly believed that this was a special place in Xavier. Why here? Well, there's a couple reasons. I am not to bring up other schools in our league, but I went to Providence College. And I drive around this campus and I walk around this campus and I see a lot of people that looked like me at that age going through college in a similar type campus experience. So the fit was perfect for me. I wanted to be at a basketball school. You know, the landscape is substantially changing right now in front of our eyes. And I truly felt like the Big East is going to be at the forefront after all of these things happen in April 7th and so on, to where we're going to be competing for championships and we're going to have a lot of resources that others are going to be fighting for. So I always felt like if we could get to a basketball school, it's not that I'm greedy and don't want to share, I would certainly want to do that. I want it to be in an amazing city. An amazing city. Cincinnati is a place that I have spent a lot of time in. I lived in Louisville for a long time, lived in Lexington for a long time. We would come up here all the time, whether it's for Reds games, Bengals games. I've experienced many games in this building, and it's just an unbelievable, supportive community. And then I want it to be in the Big East. The Big East Conference is the premier basketball conference in all of college basketball. Like-minded institutions, all about academics certainly, but basketball is always at the forefront of it. And I've been in this building, and I can tell you it is a special home court advantage. Xavier fans, certainly we have a small community of about 6,000 students, but I know about that student section of over 1,000 students. I've seen students camp out. I've been a part of it, unfortunately on the opposing side of it, but wow, is it special. And you're going to be a part of this success. You are going to get to know me. You're going to get to know my family. You're going to get to know our players. Every time we play, hopefully we win, but you are going to know that we truly appreciate you. And we're not going to take you for granted. If we want to elevate this program who's already had amazing success, we're going to do it with this community, with this base, with these students. So thank you guys. I cannot wait for you to be a part of it. We're going to, as we Got to get a team first. I only have 2 players right now, so once I get a team, you will be invited to a lot of the things that we have to offer, but we got to put together a team first. Former players, so many good players that have played here and had amazing careers, whether it's at Xavier or professionally. David West, James Posey, Holloway, what a good player. J.P. McCura, a guy that I actually recruited and missed on at Minnesota, and I remember watching his success and going, man, I should have gotten that one done. So many to name, but I want you guys to understand, I cannot wait to meet you. Hopefully, if you're in this community, please come by and see us, as well as, wherever you are. This is your program. 1,000%, you are a part of this. We are trying to build off of the legacy that you created. We want you to be mentors to our student athletes. We want you to be involved. So please, I cannot wait to meet you guys. You are the reason why Xavier basketball is special. To the boosters, to the supporters, we all know New World, NIL, Rev Share, all those things. And you guys certainly understand how important it is that we build an army. So I'm so excited to meet everybody, get to know you, spend some time with you, and share to you my vision. Make sure you understand that we treat you like a stakeholder in this program, and we don't take that lightly. We don't take that for granted. So excited, just like the former players, we want the boosters and all you supporters to feel like you are a part of this big family that we're growing. To the Cintas Center, I was very, very lucky the last 4 years to coach in an iconic building in the Pit, with great fan support. I would not have taken this job if I had not experienced in 2010 Florida coming here and seeing that environment, seeing how special this is to pack the place. Doesn't matter if it's a Wednesday versus a non-conference opponent. Certainly we know how important the crosstown shootout is. I know that it's important to you guys, and I value that, and we will be ready to go. Or in the Big East. There's no more special building than the Cintas Center. And not only when it's filled, but how beautiful is it? I mean, it's unbelievable just the space that we have for our guys, everything under one roof. So very, very grateful to everybody who keeps it clean, who has contributed to building such an amazing, amazing home court advantage. People ask me all the time, and it took me a while to figure it out, what's the formula to success? And I think early on, everybody keeps asking me, well, how have you grown? How have you learned? You can't do it alone. The formula to success is you've got to get everybody on that bus going in the right direction. And the first thing you've got to do, and certainly you guys will all meet them, and we'll announce very, very soon, but you got to hire a right staff. And what does that mean, hiring the right staff? Well, it means that they're in alignment with the university, they're in alignment with the basketball program, the athletic department, to understand what we're all trying to do together. So I've worked very, very hard, and you'll meet them, to put together what I believe is one of the best staffs in the country. A lot of them came with me from New Mexico. And without getting into specifics, why was that important? Because they helped me get my dream job. And I'm going to make sure that they're a part of this, because they were very much a part of us building back-to-back Mountain West champions, back-to-back NCAA tournament teams, and so many good players to go along the way. So very excited to introduce you to them. The next thing you have to do after you hire the right staff is recruit the right players. Not necessarily the best, but the right players for what it is that I'm trying to build and we're trying to build, and a reflection of all of you guys, so that you're proud when you walk into the Cintas Center about this team competing for Big East championships. When you get the right players that are about the right things, you got to develop them. I know we're living in a world of it feels like 1 year and done. We're going to build a culture. We're going to retain these guys. They're going to want to be a part of it. Certainly, NIL component is important, but they're going to understand the value of the totality of this whole experience. And they will play hard for you if you pour your heart and soul into them. It's not about a drill. It's not about something I learned under my father or Billy Donovan, 2 huge mentors in my life. That's not what it's about. It's about spending time with them, sweating with them, putting in the work with them, getting them to understand that we are invested in your success. So just as important as hiring the right staff, recruiting the right players, you got to develop them. Because yes, we're evolving and it's changed. They're still in the formative years of their life. And we're going to pour our heart and soul into them to make them the best people, but the best players they can be to help us win Big East championships. People ask me often about style of play. It's evolved. This will be year 14 for me. And the biggest thing that I've done is adapt a fast-paced style of play. We were, over the last 4 years, top 20 in the country every single year in tempo. What does that mean? That means that if you score, don't look over at me. Run. If they miss, don't look at me. Run. So you're going to have to be in the best shape of your life to play this style of play, but I tell you what, it's a lot of fun to watch. And you guys are going to see them for 40 minutes pour their heart and soul, and the only time when they ask to be subbed out, it better be because they're tired. And hopefully they don't get too tired too often. So defensively, we've been, I believe, top 20 in the country the last 2 years, Ken Pom defensive efficiency rating. Well, what are my defensive beliefs? Disruption. Make them uncomfortable, right? Like me right now, I'm not very comfortable. I seem comfortable. I'm not real comfortable right now. That's what I want a player who's dribbling the basketball or trying to run a set. When they play Xavier, they know that we're coming right after the ball at all times. We were tops in steals. We were tops in blocks every single year. So we're trying to play a frenetic play, a pace of play that makes you feel us every single time you dribble the basketball or you pass it. What's the vision of the program? Certainly, we want to compete for NCAA tournament bids every single year, but my singular focus will be this: Big East champions. Because if we do that, we know we're going to get great seeds because we know we're in one of the best basketball conferences in all of college basketball. If we're competing for Big East titles, then I know that we're going to put ourselves in a great spot moving into Selection Sunday and into March. And that's where you go on your runs. I've been very, very lucky to step on a ladder back-to-back years and cut down nets. That is addicting, and I want to do it again. And I want to do it in the Cintas Center. So I'm very, very appreciative of this opportunity. I don't take it lightly. I got a lot of work to do, that's for sure. And my staff does it well, and we're gonna work our butts off to put together, as soon as we possibly can, a program that competes at the highest level, represents all of you guys in one of the best fan bases in all of college basketball the right way so that you're proud of us. But we want to win championships. And we really believe that we have all the pieces in place to do that. So thank you so very much. You guys are going to be a part of this, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Coach. Really excited to get to work alongside you and your staff. A couple housekeeping notes as we wrap up. For those of you watching our live stream, we'll take an intermission of about 20 minutes before resuming with a question and answer session with Coach Pitino. For our media members in attendance, as we conclude here, this will be your opportunity to transition downstairs to the Riley Family Media Center. And for our guests, we will have a reception to follow later this afternoon. Our staff will also be available to move you down to the event level, to the reception in the Clee Camp Training Center in a little while. So at this moment, we will take a little bit of time for some photos with Coach and his family and anticipate resuming at approximately 3:45 p.m. Thanks again for being here today, and go X.